Well, trading is a rough sport. So imagine a group of 8-year-olds who just joined a basketball league. They've got a good coach and they're enthusiastic. They're all, ready to go. And the first game they play is against the Boston Celtics. Well, we don't do that. That's not going to happen because we know in games and sports and things, it's a lot more fun to be matched against people of a similar level, a similar experience set. Well, see, in trading, that doesn't happen. Go read a book, take some classes, practice with a paper trader, and the first time you are ready to trade, you're trading against the pros. So you better bring your A game, right? You better be ready. So let's think about what are some of the characteristics of a consistently profitable trader, okay? One is that their basic skills are solid. And basic skills, with a coach and a little bit of knowledge, you can go from 0 to here, but to get from here to here is something over time, right? It's practice. It's just like any other, learning to play the piano, where those kids playing basketball, learning to shoot free throws, etc. Practice, is what it's going to take. Clarity of thought. There are a number of areas that are very, very obvious that humans are not wired for. We're not wired for statistical thinking, and trading requires a very, very solid ability to do statistical thinking. We want to think in terms of black and white. Well, I did this and I lost, so I must have done something wrong. Or I did this and I won, so I must have done something right. Well, that's just not true. Every trading decision you make it has a statistical potential result. The worst trade decision in the world could make money. Okay, it's possible. And the best trade decisions can lose. That's also, it happens all the time. So you have to be able to understand that, and therefore we are not trying to win every trade, because guess what? You can't. Okay, nobody can. What we are trying to do is make good decisions. So a huge part of learning to trade well is growing this statistical thinking. Again, you're not going to do that in one day. So that's something that improves. You got to be aware of it, keep it in your head, and every trade you make, be aware that there's a statistical possibility on virtually everything. And by the way, that's true in all of life. So that skill set will help you with many, many decisions in your life. Having a clear trade plan, right? In other words, when you get into a trade, don't be wondering why you got in. Don't be wondering when you're going to get out. Come into the trade with a very clear plan. I got in because of this. I'm going to get out here. If I make this much money, I'm going to get out here. This is the maximum I'm willing to risk. Have a plan, stick with it, okay? Don't come in just wandering around and, hey, seeing what's going to happen, okay? Risk management. Risk management is huge, 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 huge. The thing is that risk management is more difficult with certain kinds of trading than with other kinds of trading. The type of trading that we're going to discuss here, risk management is a natural offshoot of this type of trading. So we're going to simplify some of the things on risk management, but risk management will if you don't handle risk in your trading properly, you're going to go out of business. You're going to lose. Then the last one, the fifth one, is consistently profitable traders always trade with edge. Did I say always? I meant always. You don't just put on a trade to see what happens. You don't put on a trade if you don't know why there's an edge. That's why the silliness with the pattern stuff. That's just silly. Okay, individual traders, to be successful, need to have an edge, and that is why way over 95% of individual traders fail. They are not trading with edge. They do not have a way to say that they can point at and say, this is why I'm the favorite on this trade. Now, many of the trading instructors out there and books will tell you that this has edge, but believe me, I'm going to say way the majority of those things don't, and most of these instructors don't even know how to find an edge themselves, much less teach you how to do it. So those are the characteristics we're going to be discussing as we go along. Now, think about this. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm the greatest trader in the world and you do what I do, okay? What I want you to think about the difference between that model and the model that I'm going to suggest. I'm suggesting that individual traders have a gap, right? Have a gap in their skill set, but also in their availability of information. And that gap is not having enough edge, okay? And where do the professionals get that edge? The professional traders, look at Jim Rogers with George Soros. Jim Rogers was the analyst, okay? Jim Rogers is named right in the same breath with people like Warren Buffett as being one of the greatest financial geniuses in the U.S. But he was not a trader. He'll tell you he's not a good trader. His partner was George Soros, which I'm sure you've also heard of. George Soros was the trader. George Soros had remarkable market timing and was really, really good at trading. But why was George Soros successful? He's a great trader, but he was successful because he had Jim Rogers telling him what to trade. He had Jim Rogers telling him, here's where the edge is. Go get it, okay? That's the model I want to help you with, okay? That's the model that the professionals use. They have people finding edge, and they have people that are the traders. Now, obviously, if you're trying to get your skills up, we have to discuss, some basic skills and some clarity of thought and risk management, trade plans. So we're going to discuss some of those things. But the thing that I can bring you, the thing that is missing from 99% of the individual trader's world is edge, because I am the analyst. And what the whole purpose of this course is to teach you enough about relative value analysis and pairs trading, which is an offshoot, right, which is a specific of relative value analysis that you can do, to teach you enough about that so that you can trade pairs. And you can trade pairs because they have a definable, clear edge. So the big difference between right this minute and by the time you're done with this course is that by the time you're done with this course, you are going to be able to make trades that have a reason why you should win. Not a little hand-waving thing that, in this pattern, when this pattern happens, do this. No. You're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to understand it. I'm going to teach you why they work, and it's not magic. It's going to be very clear, I hope, by the time I'm trying to make it clear. It's going to be clear why it works, okay? Then I'm not telling you to go do the analysis. I'm going to continue to be your analyst, and I want you then to have the knowledge of what I just did in order for you to do the part you do, and the part you do is the trading. So that's the whole point of this course. The whole point of this course is for you and I to become a great team, for me to be your analyst, for you to be the trader. I'm going to help with the trading things too. I've been trading for decades, okay? I'm not a young guy. I've been trading for a long, long time. I'm going to help with the trading, but my forte is finding you edge, okay? I am the analyst who's going to find you things that you can trade. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start off by discussing edge and how to think about edge. And good luck with the course. And by the end, let's go make some money. Thanks.